What is your most hated word? The one you will never use. I'll go first. Cornucopia. People who write with that word give me images of a newly graduated marketing major trying to come up with new ways of describing a hotel's breakfast buffet. Lame. Honorable mentions for slit, gash, and reprobate. Credit to Reddit user Stamper3332 for starting this thread on the writing subreddit. And let's go read some answers. Definitely, because for some reason I can never spell it right the first time. Defiantly right on this one. Palpable, only because I overuse it a lot. Even being cognizant of it, the bastard finds its way into my work. The tension is always palpable. Always. I just read a first chapter by an author that does okay for herself, where she used the same word too many times. At the beginning, the birds chirped. In the middle, her phone chirped. And twice at the end, the girl chirped an answer to someone. I was done with all the chirping by then. Orb. I used it a lot in my fanfic days. Needless to say, it's been tainted. I said it once, and I'll say it again. The only reason I want to read the word orb is if there's a wizard involved. Irregardless. Gingerly. Suddenly. It gets used too much in most novels, and I try to suppress the overuse of it. Maybe one use per 2 chapters. Slacks. Trousers, pants, jeans, breeches for God's sake, but slacks gives off 70s leisure suit Herb Tarlek vibes that it makes my skin crawl. Shiver. Because my recent book involves a cold place at the start, and I am running out of ways to express the character as cold without waxing poetic. Smear. I hate this word. Everything about it is just gross. I would rather eat a jean jacket without water than to hear, say, or read this ugly word. Also, poignant. Something about this word is just hilarious to me, and I absolutely cannot use it in serious context. I can't explain it. Panties. It has creeped me out my whole life. Doesn't matter the context. Very. It's such a simple word, but I just hate it. Mainly because it feels really simple. I still use it sometimes, mainly when I've run out of synonyms, but I still just don't like it because extremely or really or quite or overly just sound better and still do the trick. Mayhaps. I need not explain. Mayhaps is best friends with interweb. Less of a word and more of a common trope with authors. Use the character's name or unique and relevant descriptors for the love of God. It's okay. It won't hurt you. Anything but constantly saying something like, the taller male peered down at the blue-eyed male. It drives me nuts. Maybe it's irrational, but please don't. I agree. Writing clarity is a very important jumping-off point for good prose. Avoiding names or pronouns without clear intent can sometimes crush the clarity of an entire paragraph if you're not careful. I think it's fine to sometimes sacrifice writing clarity in exchange for more vibrant prose, but it must be done with intent. For example, why does being taller overshadow his identity at that point in time? It could work in the right context. Supple. It's such a weird, sexual, yet distinctly unsexy word. Like it can't hit either end of the spectrum and just flops around in the middle like a half-dead post-spawn salmon. Ilk. It's just covered in ooze, you know? Oof, you're right. It's very oozy, but definitely an opaque sort of ooze. Squelch. Chuckle. Freaking chuckle. I have read too many goddamn fanfics, and novels of worse quality than the fanfics that have ruined chuckle for me. Nobody in my writing chuckles. They laugh, they snort, snicker, chortle, anything else. Same with smirk and snark. Snigger. I mean, I know it's not the same as snicker exactly, but still, I'd rather just use snicker. Ejaculated for saying something loudly. Robert Howard hit me with one of those when I was listening to a Conan audiobook, and I nearly had to pull off the freeway, it caught me so off guard. That word almost caused vehicular manslaughter. Into the word jail it goes. I have a very bad relationship with release. Member. If it isn't talking about someone that's part of a group or organization, I will never use it in the way I see these grown women using it on their romance, smut, fanfic, and erotica. You're already writing sexual things. Just say for the love of God. Sheath. Shh, the smut writers are listening. What do you describe the thing holding a sword then? A vagina, apparently. Suckle. Just the worst word. Especially if it's used when no babies are involved. Bemused, because it's supposed to mean confused, but lots of people say it when they mean amused. So there's really no way to know which meaning a writer is trying to convey with it. Easier just to avoid using it. Poppycock. It's so unnecessarily British. Poppycock. I'm necessarily British and I'm offended. Bring out the spotted dick, etc. Masticate. I masticate at least 3 times a day. Plus, as a way to extend a statement, I'm reading a series right now that overuses it to an extreme degree. See you next Tuesday. Littles, as in children. Itty bitties? Little one? Barf. Babe. I just hate it. Libations. This gives me fedora tipping milady vibes, and I'm not sure why. Care for a libation, milady? Wink wink. Weirdly enough, I cannot stand the word meal. Like, so much, so I don't remember a time I've used it once, ever. It just sounds gross to hear, feels gross to say, looks weird to read. Supper. It's like, oh no, I'm a sad Victorian child sent off to bed without any supper for being naughty. Dinner all the way. Morsel. Ew! Snogging. It's like the sound dogs make while eating wet food. Cacophony. But it's pretty... I hate the word copacetic. Albeit. Irrevocably. I can't swear it's true, but I feel like ever since I read it in that damn vampire book, I've seen it in every fanfiction or self-published romance since. I don't know why I hate it so. I think because whenever the character uses it, I think they're being a dumbass that should damn well think with their brain and break out of the sparkly vampire trance. If I ever write irrevocably in any way that does not poke fun of its overusage, I really hope someone roasts me until I snap out of the spell I've been put under. Traversed. After reading back my first draft of my first novel 8 years ago, I saw that word like 17 times, and all I could think was, just say they walked, you pretentious prick. Never again. Strode. You see this word everywhere in fantasy books. Nobody ever walked anywhere in a fantasy novel. They strode. Hate it. Commence. What does it do that start or begin don't do better? But plethora runs it a pretty close second. Incredulously. It was used so much in YA and romance novels that I read that it's ruined me for the word forever. I'll never be able to get away with not using it at least once, but I recently read a book where every single character smirked every 5 lines, and it drove me so bananas I almost couldn't finish the book. Also, it was a mafia romance, and boy did she want you to know it. I had to stop counting after I finished the 2nd chapter, and the word mafia had been used 29 times. Irises to mean the entire eye, not the actual iris. I roleplay with a friend via text messages, and while she's a much better writer than I am, she uses this a lot, and I cringe every time. Crotch. Blech. Have to use it, hate to use it. Breeding. Ugh. Especially towards humans. I don't know why. It gives me a primitive shake when somebody says breeding in a human context. Like, I'm submissive and breedable. I don't like when impregnated is used to install an idea into someone's head. Moaned, in a non-sexual context. It just gives the wrong implications for me. Nubile. Just gross, ew, ick. Supererogatory, because it's supererogatory. The word never, 'cause I never say never. Honestly, I avoid juices or juice at all costs. I've read too many bad erotic fanfics, and I just can't with that word anymore. I had some orange ejaculate with breakfast. Big thank you to my Patreon members, my Little Ruse, Kuski55, Fallen Vexen, Sam, Donka42, I'm a Noodle, John Huang, and Fantastic Wreck. As always, thank you so much for your extra support. It means the world to me. I'm so grateful for you, and I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you didn't get too much of an ick from this video. And the same goes to my YouTube channel members, my mini ruse, AD, Taylor Thompson, Foxstar Killer, DeBella, and Logan. Thank you so much for extra support. I'm so glad to have you be part of my channel. You guys are awesome, and I love reading your comments. And thank you to everyone else who watched. I hope you liked the video. I'd love to know what words you don't like to use. I hope the video didn't disturb you too much. So, yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Ta-ta for now.